that shit.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. You look at this Steeler defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing is Smith. And it's incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Trying to blind the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment. So this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
Now Gino on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Again, he finds Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc. He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Smith throwing again. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Prater's kick is good, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 25-yard line. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You look at this Arizona defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. Escaping the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fielded at about the 28. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Prater to kick off for Arizona.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Pickett back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. The Steelers at 3-8 on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking to go 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Score Cardinals 10, Steelers 0.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Here's Pickett. That's complete to his tight end fire move. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Pickett now from the gun here. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are back within a score. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They'll get this to about the 38. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Geno. He'll fire deep, looking for more. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Arizona. 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Geno now to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals are able to widen their advantage. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Now Prater to add the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 17, Steelers 7. Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Here's one deep for Pickens. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 54 yards. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Cards are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Smith. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Montravius Adams collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
3rd and long, it's Smith. Under pressure, and down he goes. That was Patrick Peterson from his quarterback spot rolling in for the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. Now Pickett. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Here's one deep for Pickens. And this will be caught at the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. The final shot here before break. Smith. And he's got his man out of the slot. Complete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Steelers 14.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double team.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit for that sack goes to Cameron Thomas.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Here's Gibson to start the drive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Smith now to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Now it's Smith. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown, 85 yards. And the Cards are able to extend their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Prater for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. B.J. Ojulari able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Third and long for Pickett. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will step out of bounds, but not before he's all the way across the 50. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball is right on the money and leads to it.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Smith. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now a 1st down throw complete downfield. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. Shoves him aside. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Flushed out right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. George Pickens, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Smith. He's got Gibson on the outrun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Alex Highsmith there on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Smith. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now maybe a free play here for Smith. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. Here we go on 4th. Smith. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rondale Moore from 3 yards out. And the Cardinals answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
This could be the turning point. Keep it up. Keep it up, baby.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Carlos Watkins gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And they'll get him down here at the 23.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't, because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. That's the Freiermuth. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and the Cardinals have just about sewn up this football game. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Now it's Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. This is 1st and 10. Now Pickett. Pass complete to Harris. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here, Pickett.
Escaping the pressure right.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks.
Here's 2nd down. Here's Pickett.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's 1st and 10. Pickett to throw.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Certainly would have liked to get some yardage out of that play, but now you got to put this in the hands of your field goal kicker. See if he can get you to overtime. So here we go. On now, it's the kicker, Chris Boswell. The Cardinals going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Yeah, let's go. These points.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Well, Charles, I know you have a lot of questions. So do I about the decision there at the end. They had the potential game-time field goal. Yes, it would have been a long field goal, but they passed it up, and they lose the game.
And you're right, partner. We all have questions, but I don't think anyone's going to ask the question more forcefully than the person who signs the checks for the entire organization. Why didn't you run the field goal kicker out there? You had a